Tom being Tom, game's going on, 2-minute drill just before the half, goes down the field, bang, 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 around 13, 15-yard line. He goes to the play he wants, looks at safety, bang, into the corner, and touchdown. Tom turns, comes straight to the sideline to me, and is like, hey, that's your touchdown. Thanks a lot. That's your. I'm like, bullshit. You know, he.
Flutie versus Stegal.
He was always a serious guy, and that stuff annoyed me so much. When you were talking about cold weather and stuff, I just remember it's an arbitrary story, but John Stevens was our rookie of the year tailback in New England, and it was cold on the sideline, and we were in Philadelphia. It was so cold. It was one of those cold days, and he puts his foot up by the heater, and no one's paying attention. He leans against, his whole foot's on fire.
Oh, no.
On the sideline. And so then, like, the whole shoe's like in flames, and we douse it with water. Now it's like -4.
Now
it's
it's frozen.
wet, and now the shoe's frozen, and he's playing, and we're playing again. Anyway, that was just something that came to mind when you said it was freezing. Not to mention the -85 wind chill games in Calgary and the cold weather game where we had to turn the heater. They had an extended halftime because it snowed during the game, and they had to play out the field. So to save the propane, they shut down the heaters. We go in the locker room, they play out the field. We come out, they couldn't get the heaters to go back on. It was so cold that the propane thickened up, and we can go through the heaters.
Oh, man.
And now -85 wind chill, -40-ish.
That's
the whole
cold.
second. Yeah, it's cold. You can just see the athleticism. We watched the film. Yeah, like you couldn't move by the end of the game. You couldn't feel the ball in your head. It was welcome to Calgary.
From the teams you played with starting in the USFL, and we talk about how the family atmosphere is sometimes there, but most of the time it's not. How many of those guys would you say that you stay in contact with now?
Exactly. Maybe 1 to 2 guys per team tops.
That's it.
Wow.
That's
really
it.
Good. Yeah, you're so dependent on each other. Your family, you live together. And guy gets traded, goes somebody else. You might see him at a game and say hi.
That's it.
But you're off and running here, and I'm 20 years out of my career now, and there's some guys, Tim DeWhite in San Diego, Dave Sapunjas from Calgary, Pinball up in Toronto, Eric Molds and I still text once in a while. Yeah,
that's it.
One guy, 2 guys. You just now if you
that
ever
just life? That's
but
just
if
the way
you
life
ever get
goes?
back, because your life. But if you ever get back together, a reunion, the second you step in that room, everybody goes right back to their roles.
Right.
You pick up where you left off.
We went back to Calgary, and Frank Maroff was a rookie Canadian slot back that played special teams. And the second we all got together, I'm bossing Frank Maroff. He's a grown man. I'm bossing him around. Frank, go over there, grab me a coat. It's just you right
so
away.
So he went back to being nothing, huh?
He goes for nothing. Everybody goes back to their roles.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
But the college teammates are the ones that seem like they last a lot longer. Those relationships and those friendships.
For me, that has.
I have maybe 2 or 3 good friends from college. I just didn't have a good time playing college football.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it. So
He
maybe
didn't
that's
win a
part
lot
of
of football games.
He didn't win a lot
I'm
of
starting
football
to debate. Well, Milt's amazing, but are you bringing your teams down, Milt? What's going on?
The common denominator was, I was on a lot of losing teams. NFL, college, early
You
CFL.
got to become a GM and go get yourselves quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know. I wish Milt Stegal would have been playing quarterback.
What about fights in practice?
Oh,
That's the one I like. How does it
I don't get
escalate
it.
to that point?
Yeah.
Well, it's double sessions. It's 100 degrees. It's humid. Back when I was starting out, it was 6 weeks, 6 preseason games, 7-8 weeks of doubles.
Ugh.
It's a grind. Guys lose it. They get frustrated, whatever.
Yeah.
My welcome moment to the NFL was I was in camp with Chicago, and I came in at the end of the season. I was not really popular with the team at all because it was Jim McMahon's team. They were pissed off that they went and got an outside guy. So the next camp, I'm trying to prove myself. I dropped back, and they just let Hartenstein come around the edge.
Just nail you,
He
huh?
just blindsided me, drilled me into the ground, and I looked up. I'm like, do I have a red shirt on? Didn't I have the shirt?
That was
Kid
his
No.
boy, probably.
No, it was like, it's
take him
on.
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, you play with Brady. What's Tom like as a teammate, man?
Tom's the best teammate ever. Tom's amazing. For a guy that was at his status and he had already won Super Bowls.
Because he was at the peak of his career at that point.
By the time I was with him, he was already Tom and all that. The thing I always say about Tom, was he made everybody in the locker room feel like they were the reason we win. Right?
Yeah.
The guy running scout team, Tom's walking through, the kid's getting taped. Tom's like, hey, you gave us a great look yesterday. Give us a little more press today, a little tougher play, a little more inside check. You were great. Thanks. Or we win again. He comes back to the kid on Monday and says, hey, thanks a lot. It really helped us in the game, this, that, and the other thing. My one moment with Tom that way was it Thursday after practice? We're putting 2-minute stuff together. And I gave him, or I'm looking at an idea down by the red zone, and the safety wasn't getting wide enough in a 2 Tampa coverage or whatever. I go, they can't run that down there. We'll get the guy in the corner, blah, blah, blah. So Tom being Tom, game's going on, 2-minute drill just before the half, goes down the field, bang, 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 around 13, 15-yard line. He goes to the play he wants, looks at safety, bang, into the corner, and touchdown. Tom turns, comes straight to the sideline to me, and is like, hey, that's your touchdown. Thanks a lot. That's your, I'm like, bullshit. He knew what he was doing from there. He's Tom Brady for granted. But Tom did that. Tom had a knack for making everybody
feel like they're part of it.
He worked his tail off.
That's important.
Tom worked harder, longer than anybody, and watched more film and everything else. But he's impressive in every aspect.
Yeah, nothing happens by accident.
No.
Studio Sessions, Flutie versus Stegal here, powered by Ozune. We will see you next time for the next one.
Flutie versus Stegal.